If you had been in charge for the 2020 grid lineup, what would it be? And what would the teams look like? Oh boy, get ready, because this is going to be fun. So, first of all, Mercedes. They're gonna get rid of Hamilton because, you know, it's not a great pilot. And they'll probably replace Bottas and bring back Rosberg from the dead because he's the fucking fastest pilot in the world, trust me, I'm an expert. Then in Red Bull we would have Verstappen, and we would have probably switch place with Christian Horner and Albon. So instead we would have Christian Horner fucking himself inside the second car of Red Bull. Then in Ferrari we would have Leclerc and Giovinazzi, because yes. While in Force India we would have Ocon and the one famous pilot from Formula 2, which is Raghunathan. While in Renault we would have Ricciardo himself, and guess what, since they had to drop Hülkenberg, they also had to find another pilot, and since Ocon ended up in Force India for some fucking reason, they had Alan Prost himself driving the car. But get ready, because AlphaTauri is another story. They had Kvyat in the first car, and in the second car Kvyat again. They just decided to clone him to get the full flavor of the Russian torpedo. In Alfa Romeo, instead they had Kimi Raikkonen in one car and Gasly in the other. Why? Because I just didn't want to drop Gasly from the grid after watching Drive to Survive Season 2. You deserve, that's it, mate. Then we would have McLaren. In McLaren we would have Sainz in the first car, and on the second car we wouldn't have Norris because he had to make the memes about the race with me in the paddock. So instead of him, we would have Takuma Sato on the second car. Don't ask why. On the Haas car, we would have Magnussen and Valentino Rossi in the second car. While in Williams, we would have Russell and Vettel. Then, since Frank Williams is an absolute mad lad, he would probably create the junior team of Williams. We would be called Marussia HRT Racing 2 Electric Boogaloo. We would have Robert Kubica in the first car, David Coulthard in the second, and since they are so fucking rich, they could afford a third car, which will be driven by the legend himself, the only man who has led an entire Grand Prix by himself before retiring, which is Markus Winkelhock. And that's the most stupid grid I have ever created in my entire life.